Go ahead and start the warm up. You're going to find the product of the two polynomials. Notice that those are going to be one of those. This is going to be one of those special cases. So again, have about 5 minutes, pause the video, and then we'll come back to it. All right, let's go ahead and get started and check your answer. Make sure that you follow along. We're going to find the product of polynomials. We got a 2 by 2. So I'm going to create a box that is a 2 by 2. I got 3x plus 2 on one side and 3x minus 2 on the other side. So notice that this is going to be difference of two squares. And again, that is one of those special cases. So we're going to start multiplying. The first one is going to be 3x times 3x, which is 9x squared. And then we have 3x times -2, which is -6x. And then we got 3x times +2, which is now +6x. And finally, 2 times -2, which is -4. Once I take everything out, we have 9x squared plus 6x minus 6x minus 4. And I don't know why all of my colors changed. Now go ahead and combine like terms. Notice that the middle terms are, we're able to combine them. So we got 6x minus 6x, which we get 0x. And now we bring that down. And then again, remember, because it is 0, we don't have to write it down. So we are left with 9x squared minus 4 as our answer. All right, so make sure that you check your work. If you didn't get that correctly, make sure that you write it down. Now go ahead and take out your notes. We are going to be in 7.5 factoring polynomials. We're going to be supplementing factors. So we're going to look into what are factors, and then you're going to go ahead and find those factors yourself. So again, take about a minute, pause the video if you need to, and you should be in 7.5 factoring polynomials. All right, so the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over the concept. What is a factor? So a factor is, let me change this back to my actual color. Factor is just a number that divides another number, leaving no remainder. Okay, so when we divide them, when we put them in the calculator, it doesn't give us a decimal. So that's what we want. So in other words, when you multiply two whole numbers that give you a product, not a produce, then the numbers that you're multiplying are the factors. All right. So for example, A is the product. 2 and 4 are the factors of 8. All right. So again, 8 is the product. 2 and 4 are the factors of 8, because those two numbers multiply together to give you 8. So now, how do we find the factors of a number? So let's go ahead and go over this example. And we got two examples here. We got 80 and we got 11. We got to find the factors of 80 and we got to find the factors of 11. So here's what we're going to do. Remember, based on the definition of a factor is a number that divides another number, leaving no remainder. So we're going to be using division. All right. So this is how I like to do them. I would highly encourage you to do the same. I'm going to create a table for 80. All right. And I'm going to change this to the color that I actually had. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a table. And I like to use numbers 1 through 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so once you create the list, and again, if you need to pause the video, if you guys need a little bit of more time, just let the sub know. But once you do have a list, what I want you to do is you're basically going to take 80 and you're going to divide 80 by every single one of those numbers. So let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and divide 80 by 1, right? So 80 divided by 1, we get 80. So we're going to write the result right there, which means that the factors of 80 could be 1 and 80. And let's just go ahead and keep doing the rest. So we got 80 divided by 2, which we get 40. And again, if you don't know where those numbers are coming from, I'm doing 80 divided by 1 equals 80. And then I did 80 divided by 2, so then I got 40. So make sure that you go ahead and do this on the calculator. So, por si no me entendieron, lo único que estoy haciendo es agarrar el número 80 y lo estoy dividiendo por cada uno de esos números. 80 dividido entre 1 te sale 80, 80 dividido entre 2, 40, and so on. So, the next one we're going to do is 80 divided by 3. So, 80 divided by 3, we get 26.66, right? So, I'm going to write that down. So, when we do 80 divided by 3, we get 26.66. So when we get a decimal, we do not like the decimal. So we're not going to use 3. And then we're just going to keep going. So 80 divided by 4, we get 20. 80 divided by 5, we get 16. 80 divided by 6, we get 13.33. So again, we're not going to use that one. Si les sale un decimal, no lo usen. 80 divided by 7, we get 11.42. So again, we're not going to use that one. And then finally, 80 divided by 8, we get 10. Okay, and then we just keep going. 80 divided by 9, we get 8.88, so we're not going to use it either. And then finally, 80 divided by 10, we get 8. Now, notice that those two are the exact same, son los mismos. So when you get a repeated one, right? So 8 times 10 is the same as 10 times 8. As soon as you see the repeated one, we stop right there. Okay, which means that my factors are 1 and 80, 2 and 40, 4 and 20, 5 and 16, and 8 and 10. Those are my my factors of 80. Okay, so that is how you're going to be finding factors. Now, I wanted to do letter B. Let's go ahead and check out B, and let's do the same thing. All right, so we're going to find the factors of 11, and you're going to see something funny here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And for the Spanish speakers, el de 80, solamente los que puse en círculo son los factores de 80. Como ven, 8 y 10 y 18 es lo mismo. So ya cuando se empieza a repetir, ahí paran. So solamente los del círculo son los factores. All right. So anyways, for letter B, we're going to find the factors of 11. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take 11 divided by 1, and we get 11. All right. And remember, I'm doing this in the calculator. 11 dividido entre 1 divided by 1, we get 11. Okay. Then we're going to do 11 divided by 2, which is 5.5. And remember, when it's a decimal, cuando es decimal, we don't use it. No usamos el decimal. So 11 dividido entre 2 nos da un decimal, no lo usamos. All right, so we're not going to use number 2, and then we're just going to keep going. 11 divided by 3, we get 3.66, so we can't use it. 11 divided by 4, we get 2.75, so we can't use it either. And then we do 11 divided by 5, we get 2.2. can't use it. 11 divided by 6, we get 1.8, can't use it. 11 divided by 7, we get 1.57, we can't use it. 11 divided by 8, we get 1.3, can't use it either. 11 divided by 9, we get 1.22, we can't use it either. And then 11 divided by 10, we also get a decimal and we can't use it anymore. So if you notice, we only have one set of factors. Only one, solamente tenemos un par de factores. Whenever you see that, we notice that the factors of 11 are just 1 and 11. Whenever you see that, we call those prime numbers. That means it only has one set of factors. So careful with those. You're going to have a few of them. But other than that, that is how you find the factors of a number. And that's how I want you guys to find the factors of a number. Create a table, find me all the factors, okay? Remember, the ones with decimals, we're not going to use them. Now, what I want you guys to do to finish the class is you're going to go ahead and turn the page over. And notice that you have a list of numbers, 0, 1, 2, 8, 9, all the way to 100. I want you to go ahead and find me the factors of every single number. All right, van a encontrar los factores de cada uno de esos números. All right, that's all I got for you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow.